How well can I guess the price of a home as a licensed real estate professional? I bet you a like on this video that you can't do any better than me. Well, let's find out. So we're on our first house here, so let's give it a look. The information we have is it's a 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath, 3,900 square feet, and a 6,200 feet lot. So first impressions just from the outside, and just the information we're given is we can tell here, at least in my area that I'm familiar with, is 3,900 square feet is relatively big. 4 beds, 4.5 bath, 6,200 feet lot. So it's a relatively big property. And we also see that it's a 2-car garage. So that's going to increase the price on the home quite a bit. So pretty decent driveway. Everything looks relatively new. I mean, it's a very nice home, so let's look at it. In the second picture, we see a patio, no fenced in backyard, and the houses are relatively close to each other. But if we look below the patio, there's a little entrance to the back. Is that a sunroom on the top as well? Well, let's see if we have a picture for that. We're looking at the kitchen. The kitchen is absolutely gorgeous. It's very modernized. Kitchens are very important when pricing a home. I think it's the exterior and the interior. So just how big this kitchen is, how spacious it is, and how modern looking and new everything looks. When we're looking at this, we can see that these pictures are professionally photographed. So it's all presented with the couches and everything. So the way I try to think about it is, let me try to get rid of all that in my mind and just see the house as an empty house. So we got fireplace and wood flooring. The bathroom is absolutely gorgeous. This house looks very modern, very nice. And 4.5 bath, I'm gonna have to put my price range for this house. I'm thinking 625,000 for this house in my area. I don't know the exact location of the home, so that's gonna be something new to me, but we're just doing with the information that we have. And 725,000 is the listing price for the home. That is relatively higher than I thought. I'm guessing that a big contributor to that is the area, and also how new this house is. I'm not given that information, so that does have an effect. But on to the second house, guys. So the second house is 2 beds, 2 bath, 1,200 square feet, and 6,100 feet lot. So it's quite a bit smaller. Let's see how it looks. Okay, it's a beautiful home. We have a 1-car garage, but it's relatively big. It might fit 2 cars. The entrance is quite small. It doesn't seem like it has much yard. And the second picture looks like the backyard. It's very spacious. It looks like it has a lot of lighting from all the windows, the patio. I can't tell quite if it's fenced in or not. Fenced-in property adds could be up to 5 to 10,000. The kitchen, I love the formatting. I don't know if this is the style or if it's outdated. It's hard to tell. The appliances definitely look a little bit outdated to me. I see a little pantry in there as well. And yeah, I mean, the kitchen, I love the actual style of the kitchen. I'm not sure if it's outdated or if that's the color they opted for. Something that people don't realize is that aesthetics is very important for people buying a home. So you always want to try to keep it as neutral as possible, and wood is pretty neutral. So then we have the bathroom. Okay, I mean, it's a good bathroom. And then we have the flooring on this property looks pretty outdated. I'm assuming it's an older property. And the curtains also, it's not something that's in style currently. These curtains to the back of the house, So whoever buys the home, I wouldn't be surprised if that's something they would change, as well as the flooring. So I think that does bring the price of the home down. So without further ado, let's guess. And I love like to emphasize that location has a major factor to do about these pricing. So I'm a little bit of I have a little bit of an advantage because I know the general area, I know the counties where these houses are, but I don't know the actual location of the home. So that does bring me leveled with you guys a little bit. So the listing of this home, I'm gonna say house prices right now, I'm gonna say 340,000. All right, so 365, that is pretty close. By the way, let me know how close you guys are getting to these numbers. If anyone gets this straight up, leave a comment and let me know. So my guess was relatively close. Um, Again, the location has a major factor to it, but with my pricing, what I priced in is the repairs, or I guess the renovation that needs to be done to make this house more in style to what people are liking in this area, which is more modernized looks. So now we have our third house. We have a 3-bed, 2.5 bath. So it's a little bit bigger than the other one, 1690 square feet and 0.24 acres. So let's see it. Okay. All right. So this is more of a generic home in my area. And I actually have seen this property before. So I do have a little bit of advantage, but I don't remember the pricing of the home. And all I seen is the front. So we got a garage over here. Garage in my area is huge value adder. I mean, in any area, but that's definitely important. And the style of the home is definitely popular in my area as well. It seems like they have a decent backyard. It's also fenced. They have a patio, and I actually recently sold a home that's very similar to very similar to the style. Literally everything looks the same except minor differences. For example, the door in the back of the garage, that wasn't a thing on the other one, and the property I sold didn't have fences. But let's see, the kitchen is relatively small, so that's gonna take some money away to anyone. And the light fixture on the top of the kitchen, I can't tell if that was the style or if it's a little bit outdated. I'm not too familiar with that lighting. We have wood floors on the entrance. And then I'm not sure how many people will like the style of the home, where you're going past the entrance, going straight to the living room, and then to the left is the stairs. And then it looks like you can also turn left to go to the stairs as well. So I'm not sure how many people would enjoy that style of home. If you would enjoy that style of home, please leave a comment and let me know. We also have a fireplace here, wood railings. We have, I mean, this house is quite beautiful. The bathroom wall, if I was the realtor, I'd recommend changing the color if the client is able to a more neutral, either egg white or a neutral gray. The counters also look slightly outdated. It's quite hard to tell from this picture. So it seems like there's quite a few outdated things in this house. Yeah, the bedroom as well is pretty. The color would definitely be changing. Just from everything, I'm not sure if that wood is new or not, and I think that would potentially be important to some buyers. So I'm gonna say the the price of this home, I'm gonna say 550,000. I'm gonna give a few seconds for you guys to guess. I know I've been jumping right into all of them, so let's see it. 415. Okay, so that's a lot less than what I imagined. I sold property just recently for 539, and again, it was very similar style. Um, I'm assuming that the price has to do with location, repairs needing to be done. Maybe it's listed just listed as is. So when the buyer, so on the MLS, when someone's buying the house, that means that no further things are going to be done to the house. The seller's not going to do anything. That you're getting the house as is. So we don't know that information. So that is an important contributor to pricing. So it really is a guessing game with just the information and aesthetics that we have. So on to the next one, on to the last one. We have a 3-bed, 2.5 bath, 3,300 square feet. So it's quite big. A 2 square feet lot and built in 1780. So it's a older home. Oh wow. Now that is definitely a curveball. I'm not too familiar with these styles home. You can definitely it's definitely a larger home, and it's excuse me. It's definitely a larger home, and it's definitely um you can tell the age by looking at it. You can definitely see that. So um it looks like it's gonna need cleaning of the bricks. The roof looks fine to me, but I would need closer inspection. Um, it looks like it has chimneys. I would probably get that checked. Um, but it looks like it needs a lot of cleaning. And in terms of my area land, at least some land for the backyard and the regular yard, the front yard, is pretty important. So that's going to be a big contributor to the pricing. Oh, they do have a backyard actually, and it's quite gorgeous. I can see people making a beautiful garden out of this. Alright, so we're entering the home. Alright, so it's definitely an older style house, at least in my area. So that's the entrance, the kitchen. The kitchen definitely, whoever's buying this home would, I could imagine, would definitely renovate the kitchen and do a lot of work. I think the biggest appeal um about this house, no pun intended, is because it's big, it's massive. And I don't know the area, but I think that would be a huge appeal on the property. Um, I'm not sure if they have HOA or anything as well, so I'm not sure how flexible they are in changing certain things. Again, we don't have this information. But the kitchen definitely looks a little bit outdated. The wallpaper looks outdated. I will say though, for this property specifically, there are many clients who love the older wallpaper and the older aesthetics of homes like this, and a lot of people value that. So it can go both ways. It can be a good thing or it can be a bad thing. So it really depends on the buyer. And I'm sorry, I didn't even mention it. I see a fireplace as well. The fireplace looks relatively modern, but it really is hard to tell. And then we have a bathroom. It looks like the tiles would probably need changing. And just from the general um image we're getting of this home, it seems like it would be definitely something that would be more towards a fixer-upper or something that needs more maintenance and more work done into it. But again, the biggest appeal of the house would probably be the land of it and how massive it is. So, I would put this house at it's how big it is, but it's old, so it really is hard. I would say I'm gonna go for 550 again. I'm gonna stay in that range because the other one was lower and it was a smaller property. Actually, no, I'm gonna go for 600 just because of how big it is. I think that could be a hot commodity for people. Let's see. Oh wow. I was completely off. 1.3 million dollars. Yeah, definitely. I think the appeal would be how massive this house is. I don't even think the location of it is a huge contributor to that price. Again, I don't know where the location of it is, but I think how massive this property is. My head just goes to how much work needs to be done here. The house is massive, but it really isn't a cup of tea for everyone. So I can understand the price to an extent. I definitely was way off. Let me know how you guys did. Um with the guessing of the prices. If you did better than me, congratulations. If I happen to do better than you, I would appreciate it if you liked and subscribed to the video. I'm looking forward to posting more videos that are entertaining yet educational. I think there's not enough of that in the real estate community. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.